Welcome to Urban Knife Guy, where we explore the urban knife style and jungle survival. Today we're going to do a 6-month review of this Kizer Begleiter Mini. If you'd like to check out my original video where I break down all these specifications, do check out the video in the link in the card above or the description below. First, if you watch this channel regularly but have not subscribed, please do so as it will really help the channel out. Thanks. So this is my 6 months impression of owning this knife. I've actually owned it more than 6 months and I've kind of used it. This is the green micarta scales with the N690 blade steel. And you can see it's absorbed kind of my oil, so it's got that nice worn look, which a lot of people like, and I do like it as well. It's got that nice rugged and used look. Now the knife itself, in terms of deployment, really nice, and this has kind of that Tanto style blade. And overall, I've got no complaints of the knife in terms of its functionality, in terms of how it cuts, the blade steel. All these things are good, and I think design is also nice. Nice. It's also nice. Now, but the only thing I found after using it and carrying it is I find it too small. Now that's funny. If you watch my channel, you know I generally like smaller knives, and I bought the Mini because it's a sub 3-inch blade. The original Begleiter is like just below 3.5 inches, which is generally too big for me to EDC. At least within the laws of my country, I prefer to carry a smaller knife. But I found that this knife is too small. Now, even though it's 3 inches, everything else just seems way too petite, and that makes it hard to use effectively and well, at least for me. Now, I have small to medium hands, so it's not like I've got huge hands and this would disappear in my hands. But even I feel it's small, maybe because how everything is just so slim, so narrow in terms of the width here, and it's straight as well. So look at this. This is the finger groove, so my finger comes here. So my first finger has to be here. It can't really come here. There's no finger choy there. So it's by design, my first finger is going to be here. Now, if I were to wrap my fingers here, I barely get a 4-finger kind of grip. And it just feels weird just for the design for me. So if you have bigger hands, it'd definitely be a 3-finger grip like that. Maybe it might feel better. But for me, it's neither here nor there. So I can put my thumb up here. There's a bit of jimping over here, but it's a bit low. Maybe it should have been a bit higher. Then I could do some draw cuts maybe this way. Now, in terms of cutting light urban EDC tasks, absolutely no problem whatsoever. And it's a nice non-aggressive knife, so if you are in a country where you're worried about carrying an aggressive knife, this fits perfectly. But I just found, at least for me, in terms of the joy of using it, I don't have the joy of using it as much as other knives. I do like the size, as in the visual size and how portable it is and how it fits in a pocket with that deep carry pocket clip, but it just doesn't feel so good. I'll give you some examples of smaller knives as well. So here we have the Civivi Key V2 or Key V Plus, and this is a small knife. In fact, the blade, I believe, is okay. It's about the same, but it is wider. And overall, the handle, although the handle is slightly shorter, it is wider this way. So not much thicker, but wider. And that makes all the difference in the world for whatever reason. And maybe due to the design as well, right? Because this comes out, there's a bit of a jut out here. This is kind of more straight. For whatever reason, this works better for me. I get a much better grip here without feeling odd. And I can do my draw cuts as well and everything, again, with this kind of a Tanto type blade, or reverse Tanto blade rather. So I prefer this knife over this knife, even though they're about the same size. Another small knife, although completely different in design, would be the CJRB Malia. So this one has an even shorter handle, as you can see, but because of the way I guess it's designed, it is a 3-finger grip and still feels pretty good. I still feel generally I've got a good grip, and again, due to the size and the swell over here, I feel I've got a good purchase, and I can put my thumb on the jimping over here to do any work that I need, and I can do draw cuts this way as well. So in that sense, I like this size better than this. So that's an interesting thing, I think, when I'm doing this 6-month review of this Begleiter Mini. Now, in terms of specs, in terms of look, and even initial impressions, it looks all great. But when you actually use a knife and you really need to put the time to carry it and use it, then you realize if you like it as much or not. And for me personally, I just find that the size, not something I want to EDC, but great to have around the home or the office because it is still a great utility knife. Deployment is good. You can just keep it around, and that's what I do and how I use it, but I do not EDC this. But what do you think of the Begleiter Mini? Do you face some of the issues that I mentioned in terms of the size and the grip and the purchase? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you like the content in general, please subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell. Thanks for watching. Talk to you soon.